Welcome to the effects loop. I'm Diaz.
I'm Chris.
I'm Scott.
We're keeping you in the loop with the guitar community. That was like an office dry opening. It was great. Yeah, maybe a Seinfeld. Have a little Seinfeld bass kick in it. This episode is brought to you by... Oh, shoot. Hold on. I'm not prepared. I started and didn't know where I was going to end up.
Sometimes this is the one list you actually have to read this episode.
Okay.
Even though I made you lots of lists.
All right.
Yeah, by the way, Chris, good notes this week. You're making the script all the time now. I like this.
Yeah, well, I was like, I was slightly confused because I was like, am I reading an instruction? And I was like, oh, it's just the important things.
Yeah, it's a list.
Yeah, remember when I used to do this for prepping the episode and you guys never read it, so I just said, screw it, I'm not trying on the show anymore. And now Chris is picking up the slack. I love this. He spelled label wrong, but other than that.
Oh my god!
Hey, it's really, better than our house inspector did. He couldn't spell half the words he was trying to put in there.
Sir, I don't think that's how you spell reckon.
No. You have one too many Ks.
Oh my gosh.
Chris has become such a coastal elitist now that he...
Yeah. He's like, fuck you guys. I lived in Denver for 17 minutes.
I'm woke now.
I'm back. And then you're just going to walk around like with your nose up in the air.
Uh-huh.
Can you even wear a Biden-Harris like t-shirt around?
Oh, fuck no. No.
That's a good question. I should try, especially where we're moving to, but I won't say that on air.
Yeah, fucking try it, and you might get your ass kicked. Well, no, it depends on what part of Memphis you're in.
I was gonna say I have stories about right outside of Denver and then all of Kansas. Oof.
Yeah, where I live is very interesting. You definitely do not announce your...
I think I had more Jesuses waving at me through Kansas than I've ever had. So anyway, who is the sponsor by the way?
That was the mushrooms, Chris. But whatever. This episode's brought to you by Big Ear Pedals. Go check out bigearpedals.com. The Albie, I can't wait. I'm ready for some like 80s new wave goodness.
Yeah, I wonder if I can getting the distortion from them. I'm excited for that one. I've tried their fuzz.
So what's that song? The NXS song? I got to let you know you're one of my kind. Is that considered new wave?
Does that Need You Tonight?
Yes. Need You Tonight. That's it.
I think they're new wave.
I would consider NXS new wave.
I think my parents listened to them, so yeah, I would say that's new wave.
That is surprisingly modern from how you describe your upbringing.
I figured that your parents listened to like the Carter family, like June and all of them.
Oh, they do that too.
Like, and if they really want to get crazy, they threw on some Johnny Cash, like
or Jimmy Buffett. No, yeah, my dad had it was a pretty extensive, like very interesting music catalog.
I feel like your parents would throw a party and only make virgin daiquiris.
Oh yeah, they would.
like they're listening to like Sweating to the Oldies, like Motown with virgin daiquiris.
Yeah, we had the Bee Gees playing when we had dinner with them the other night.
I feel uncomfortable. All right, this episode is also brought to you by our patrons. From our Patreon. Go to patreon.com/effectsloop.
Patreon.
And you can... What did I say?
You said Patreon enough times that I just wanted to like insert it one more time.
Patreon.
Patreon.
Join our Patreon.
Do it. This is our ASMR. This is how we're going to join our Patreon.
Join us.
Join us now. Sorry.
No, the effects loop cult. Is that what we're going with?
Yeah, we're getting Flavor Aid next week. All right. So what's new? Let's go start with Scott.
I don't buy gear anymore.
Why? Because you got the quad cortex and the Kemper, and that's all you need in your life.
And the Les Paul.
Yeah, I need to fret level my Les Paul. No, I mean I'm saving money up for the other $1,800 I owe Kevin Equis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good on
That'd
you.
be fun.
Yeah, trying to be better about money. I just sold 2 pedals this week. That felt good.
What'd you sell?
Your dually from Westminster,
Oh, did you get like $20 for it?
120.
It's not horrible.
Yeah, those resell pretty well.
No, they
No, that's no. I was like, no.
don't. No, they don't.
No.
I don't even remember what the other one. It had a box. Oh, my Mark III from Love Pedal.
Oh, the naked?
Yep.
How much did you get for that?
Something like $130.
It's not bad. They were what, 100?
50.
Oh no, that's right. We got them when they were on sale for 50, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, not bad.
And I profiled that one before I sent it, so I have it in the Quad Cortex forever. So no complaints.
Yeah, but how do you feel about copying a pedal like that?
Well, I bought a Quad Cortex and I've been using a Kemper for a year, so
He's fine with
I
it.
sleep okay at night.
Okay. Anywho, Chris, what's new with you?
So I remembered what the other thing I forgot last week was. I got a JHS Mini Foot Fuzz that I have not tried out yet.
Did you get multiple ones?
No.
Because you put an apostrophe after fuzz as if it was a plural.
Fuzz eye.
Fuzzes.
Fuzz-eye. Fuzz-eye. Yeah, what is the plural of fuzz? Is it actually fuzzes?
Fuzzizes.
But yeah, that was the other thing new. I haven't gotten anything new this week. So
Well, I did.
You got a new house, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
yeah, we're working on all the paperwork to get that finalized, so we should be there soon. So new gear holder day.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I got some picks.
What'd you Are they at least fancy or are they standard?
They're the Dunlop Tortex. What did I?
Good choice.
No, well, these are the ones that are like the smaller jazz style.
Oh, I just like the material of those overall versus everything else. Like that's why I keep going back to those.
Yeah, what are they called? The Dunlop Tortex Flows. But they're the 73s.
You like the flow shape?
Yeah. Why?
I bought something in a flow, and I just don't click with the sharp pointed pick.
Yeah, I can see that.
But
I also got the Expression Overdrive again from Ernie Ball because Sweetwater has it on sale for $50.
so you've had one of those before?
Yeah.
What kind of pit? What kind of? It's just an overdrive, right?
Right.
So is it really just like a tube screamer, or like what?
I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you.
What's controlled by the Expression volume or is it gain?
Gain. So heel down is pretty much transparent, and then you increase the gain. So
Interesting.
yep, it's pretty neat.
It's huge, isn't it?
No, not really. Smaller than a VP Junior.
That doesn't mean it's small by any mean or measure, though. 'Cause
It's still
VP
big.
Junior is still a giant pedal.
It's about as big as my Focusrite, the Scarlett 2i2.
It's still pretty big.
Oh yeah, it's not like it's
It's not
tiny.
like it's not like a Dunlop Mini size.
No, it's bigger than that for sure.
Gotcha.
And then my dig arrived. I told everyone about me ordering that trunk, but that arrived, so that was pretty cool. It's a pedal I've been wanting for a while, and I guess Happy Father's Day, woo! So,
Chris, do you still have a dig?
Yeah. I'm not getting rid of that again because even though I have the Stomp, I still like to keep the DSP free since I've got a delay and reverb that I like for 90% of what I do.
yeah, I like the dig. It sounds really nice. There's a lot more to it than I realized.
Oh yeah. I always end up like forgetting what half of it does, and I think last time I had a dig, I just completely forgot what my favorite was, and I just like kept using it if it worked because I didn't know what all the settings were.
All right, so this lady's mad right now. Sorry, I got distracted. So yesterday, someone put, does anyone know why there's a sheriff helicopter flying around North Knoxville near this area? And I was the first comment. I said to mess with people who are nosy. And people got upset, like very upset.
They did.
So this lady apparently is this woman's niece, and her cousin was over there, and so is her autistic child or something like that. I don't know. Whole long story is absolutely insane. So someone posted, "Hey, we ever find out why they were flying in the area?" She said, "I don't think so, because too many people wanting to troll instead of do their due diligence to the community." I just want to respond back, "Yeah, lady, I derailed an entire investigation with my sarcastic comment."
Yes,
Sorry.
Yes, you did.
That's what I do for fun. I need friends. All right, let's move on to gear news. Chris, why don't you tell us about this first thing that looks pretty awesome?
The Seymour Duncan Vapor Trail Deluxe. So they have a standard vapor trail that I didn't even know about. So this was.
You don't know about the Vapor Trail?
I did not know about the vapor trail.
Dude.
Yeah,
They've had that forever.
You should listen to the show.
Yeah, I probably should. But the version, I don't know if how many chips the other one had, but they've upgraded it with 4 Bucket Brigade chips. It's now got tap tempo, 3 different subdivisions, including some special modes that are. I haven't seen some of these on other pedals. I don't think. I could be completely wrong, but they've got like a micro delay that like goes
what is
up
a micro
faster.
delay? Like a
So
ramp?
the officials, no, that's a completely different thing. So that's also on here. So micro delay, their definition is extremely fast repeats for replicating double track, slapback, and Leslie like speaker effects.
It's like 30 millisecond range.
Yeah. Then pitch sequence, self-explanatory with octave up and down, pitch bender, which does a dive bomb type thing apparently. So that's kind of cool. And then the runaway is what you were talking about with the ramp of how do they word it? Endless repeats and building energy of a runaway delay. So,
I mean, that's not a ramp. That's
oh yeah, because
that's oscillation. I think you're thinking of.
I think you might be, yeah, because I'm trying
like
to
ramping
think
is
of
when you actually adjust the thing back and forth.
What does when the DD20 when you push the button on that to do the quote unquote ramp?
That's
self
isolation or oscillation, right?
Got you. Oh yes, actually that makes more sense. Yes,
where it just does the infinite into itself thing.
Yeah. So this is seems pretty cool. It's got 1200 milliseconds of delay available, and a pretty cool feature that stuck out to me was the wet dry mix, because it had like a wet, what do they say, is like a wet pass through, which is basically an effects loop, and you can run that. I don't think I heard any demos of them doing that with anything weird, but it's always interesting when I think the Walrus. What is their delay?
ARP?
Bellwether?
The Bellwether. Yeah, the Bellwether has an effects loop on it. That was always fun to just throw random stuff into.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's the Seymour Duncan Vapor Trail.
How much
I
is
didn't
it?
hear it. Yeah, how much?
I think that one was $350.
That's expensive.
Sorry, $229. That was another one I was thinking of. Yeah, so it's right in that good price range of other stuff. Did I mention the 3 presets? Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I think it's
yeah.
I think it's a great deal at that price
Yeah,
point.
it's a
when
really
you
good
think
deal.
about like the regular Vapor Trail is the 600 millisecond. This is the 1.2 second version.
Mm-hmm.
So you have double the chips and stuff like that. So when they did that on like a few other pedals, it tended to add like $100, $150 to the price of the pedal. This didn't, and so this is a really nice feature set at this price point.
Yeah, I'd be very tempted on this one.
But We lost Diaz.
Yeah,
Diaz is
thoughts?
muted. So I'd like to just take this time to talk a little bit about hot dogs and how they're part of the sandwich family. Because it is meat contained within bun, or a protein, or really any type of stuffing within a bread format that falls all within that range of hot sandwich.
Has anybody thrown this argument out there? Which direction does the meat need to be coming out of the bread for it to be considered a sandwich? Because a hot dog is technically facing up, whereas normal sandwiches, the bread is on top and bottom.
Open face sandwiches. Boom.
Yeah, that's not a good argument.
But isn't that just a salad with a bread bowl?
No.
Completely different.
Stop trying to be deep, Chris. You're not. Stop. But you know what is getting deep? The KMA machines unveiled their Tyler Deluxe Advanced Frequency Splitter.
Oh, dang.
Much more than your ABY splitter. Because it has high and low pass filtering. And effects loops. I don't know how the effects loops work on this. Chris, did you catch that?
My understanding of it was, I think it does have 2 effects loops, correct?
Yeah, high pass and low pass.
Yeah, so it goes like your signal, you can send your high and low to one effects loop, and I think they had an example of, I think they had a fuzz on the high pass side and just kept it clean on the low pass. And their example was to quote unquote keep fuzz clearer or whatever. So that was an interesting use of it. Yeah. That I was hoping you would be able to explain it better than me, because I was like, I don't exactly understand how this works. I just know it does cool things.
I mean, the phase inverters help you keep your effects stuff lined up so you don't get phasing issues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they showed that too, like just using it as a standard like AV amp thing to kind of do like a wet dry rig.
Well, or you can you can do like, I mean, you can do tons of stuff now that you're adding a filter into the chain too. So like you could do you shelve off your highs on 1 amp, and that becomes your like warm sound, and then you shelve off your lows, and that's like your bright amp, and that's the way you could do
like for me, I was actually thinking it would be cool to like run the highs through like a Vox and then put the like clean-ish and then the bass through an actual driven Marshall. Like that would actually be pretty decent. I don't know if I could set something like that up in a Stomp or not, but
I mean, it would take a few different blocks to do that in a Stomp.
Yeah, sure. It would be a little confusing, but it would be. I think that would be kind of cool. You kind of get that clarity with your lower chug.
Yeah, I mean, or the other fun one is like you just you've got a really driven amp, so you shave off some of the bass for that, and then you run a cleaner amp somewhere else, and you get that full frequency. Or, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of flexibility you can do by adding all this together. And I mean, you got the whole transformer isolation stuff, so it's never going to make noise. You're not going to get ground loops from it.
So with that said, is this worth the? Or is the price?
I see a price in euros.
330 USD is.
I mean, like a Morley ABY is like $100.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is it?
ABYs are not that expensive. I mean, once you add the transformers in, it does.
Right.
I'm curious. I mean, I didn't get a chance to watch any of these demos, but I'd really like to see what demoers are doing with it. I mean, I can tell one of those already. This guy's doing royal blood kind of stuff with a bass with it, so I can imagine there's some cool stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, if you guys want to like check that out, we will actually have the link to the actual website in the description. And Oh yeah, you can do a mix between the two. I think that's another big, like the last big feature we should probably point out is you can do a mix between the two sides.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And I'm not sure if I can't remember if the clean knob is strictly clean signal to where you can have like quote unquote 3 going through, but
Huh.
yeah.
Huh.
Is intrigued.
Okay, I want to play with one of these in like somebody's demo rig and really see what's going on.
Yeah.
But I think we lost John for a while here.
Yep.
So with that, should we talk about the Ibanez new addition to the Iron Label series?
Yep, because pointy guitar go chug. So in typical Ibanez fashion, the model numbers like 75% don't make sense.
What are you talking about? I totally want an XPTB 620.
But why don't you want the 720?
Just I don't want to pay an extra $100.
So I think this is how many was in this? Five guitars were released in this series. The XP TB 620 and 720, if I remember right, 6 and 7 string. Both have the Edge 02 vibrato bridge, which is the Ibanez version of the Floyd. Passive humbuckers, which I found interesting for this being like geared towards the metal scene.
The Marzio D activators are passive pickups.
Yeah.
That is like the most active pickup sounding name I've ever seen.
No, I'm still the first two guitars that are in this are passive. The Iceman shaped one has the active pickups.
It says right here the X series has the D activators.
Did I misread this completely?
Perhaps.
Let me scroll it back up.
The Iceman also comes with the deactivator. All the electric guitars are active. The bass is Bartolini BH2, which are passive. And the other one...
Oh, wait. Hold on.
The basses are passive. The guitars are active.
These are passive humbuckers featuring ceramic magnets for an aggressive attack. Do they not know what they put in these?
Well, I just said the deactivator, and now I'm on
I'm
on
reading that
DeMarzio's
too.
site, and I'm looking at them. They actually look like passive pickups. I'm not sure. The deactivator doesn't use batteries.
Okay. So they are both passive. Okay. Noted. Thank you, Ibanez.
Yeah, I don't know how this all works.
I don't either. Like we said, it's all a confusing mess. So the models we were just talking about, got that X shape, I guess is what the official term for it. And then we mentioned a ice. Can you not? We mentioned an Iceman shape guitar as well. I think it's probably the first. Is it the first 7 string of that? I don't know, but
I haven't paid attention to the Iceman since
me either.
System of a Down's breakout album. So
It's a long time.
I don't think you trust in my.
Oh no!
Wake up!
Don't do it.
I don't know. So the whole series, matte black, black out everything, metal guitars. The Iron Label logo looks like it should be an opener on like Ozfest or something.
Yeah.
These are clearly metal guitars. Have at 'em. I'm not interested. I'm sure Diaz would have things to say about this, but He's
Probably.
off nursing something.
Why?
Do you
wait till
have
we
shopping
move.
carts in your no, cat
so,
sanctuary over there, Chris? What's going on?
We're living with my parents until we close on the house, so we have to like keep their dogs separate from the rest of the animals. So the office is where we keep the 2 younger cats, and they're in play mode right now while we're trying to record.
Just for the record, listeners, when he says the 2 younger cats, that implies there's more than 2 cats.
Yeah, there's a third who is 18 years old. But yeah, she slammed into the dog cage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Speaking of slamming into the cage, Godin Guitars expands the radium with a matte green model.
I actually really like this. I didn't even know about this model until I saw this. I think I saw it earlier in the week in a group, and I was just like, what is this model? It's cool.
I mean, it's a punk guitar.
It is. It's a little elongated telly-ish shape. So,
but has a wraparound stop tail and then an HSH pickup loadout, and then a Les Paul style headstock.
Yeah,
this is like the parts bin of parts bin guitars.
Excited.
It's Godin, so it won't be that expensive.
800 map. So
that's map is minimum advertised price. So there you go.
It's very tempting.
I could see you with something like that.
Yeah, like I
don't know
normally
about Matt
like
Green,
very. Yeah, I don't know either. That was my thing. Their only other options are
they have a natural brown.
Yeah, basically stained, or I'm trying to scroll real quick through their website. Is stained wood, and that's not a fan. So yeah, I'd probably go with the matte green.
But they've got that. They also just got straight up telly loadouts in that body shape too. So
yeah, this might be fun. So who knows? You might see me with this at some point.
I can see it. It's got a Les Paul Jr. vibe to it, while still like not really being a Les Paul Jr. So
yeah, and it's just different enough to kind of be unique without going too crazy.
Speaking of being unique, did you see the Musar from Squire?
I did. Where is it? There it is.
So apparently this was a special run from a signature model from the guy from the Cribs, and they've just gone crazy on the used market. So now they're calling for him to be remade. So we're looking at offset vibrato, humbucker single Jaguar pickup. So you have a humbucker in the bridge, Jaguar pickup in the neck. Looks like it has a pickup selectors, or is that a rhythm circuit? That looks like a rhythm circuit, but like, what are those controls?
I would assume so, but it also has a 3-position knob.
And there's no switch for the rhythm circuit.
Huh.
So not really a guitar that's coming out, but actually, is this a bass?
I don't think it's a bass 6.
Oh no, there was a signature model bass as well. Okay. They're the other guy in the band. Are
they big? Should I know them?
I've never heard of these guys.
Okay, so I don't feel bad now.
Like, I'm not gonna call you out
British
on it.
indie rock from the early 2000s. Oh, Johnny Marr played for them for a moment.
Oh, then that makes them cool.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because whenever Johnny Marr's in the band, I actually pay attention.
Right.
You're on notice, Modest Mouse.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is interesting. I've actually been really, I hate to say it on air, but I've kind of been itching for either a Jaguar or Jazzmaster shape something. And this is kind of interesting. If they do come out with would they even call it a reissue? at this point.
I don't know what they do with this because like it's just such an obscure guitar. But I mean, like, there's a bunch of like experimental Squires in the history of that company that could come back in some way but then like because there's signature model associated, so like you have like the Courtney Love, the Venus, you know, there's the what's that model called? The guy from Terrace Mellows plays.
That's a good question.
Supersonic? Am I wrong there? I don't know. There's been a bunch of experimental things in the Squire range for like kind of offbeat bands, and you know, once the market dries up, maybe you could do an FSR of them, but I don't really know how much this is just a very niche market going up in price, or is it a lack of, like, is there really demand for it? You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
Because you got stuff like the Chase Bliss, discontinued Chase Bliss pedals are just shooting up in value right now, right? Because you just can't get them. But at the same time, they never really sold that well. And so is it just like very selective people being very demanding and wanting them? Or is it like a real hot market looking for them? Tough to say.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because like maybe I'm just not the market for this guitar, but like I don't have the like itch to go out and grab this if I can find one. Like if I see it at a pawn shop for like 500,
I mean,
it might be tempting.
This has modded guitar vibes to it already.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like, was it Fender that did the mod shop, or was yeah, I think it was. So like not the Paranormal. Yeah, maybe the Paranormal series. Like this might be a good one to like make a couple of tweaks on, like maybe make it a hardtail or something, just to make it just different enough. But like that's where I could see this coming back. Or throw a Bigsby on it. Shoot.
No, an offset vibrato is good enough.
Yeah.
I like an offset vibrato more than I like a Bigsby. And on this kind of guitar, I think it would fit it. The offset looks better. That's my opinion.
I've completely lost that page. So,
are any of these topics real?
No, because 2 of these were still there when I made the document.
Oh. Well, when will Chris come back? Finally got answered.
Yeah, so I've been back for 2 weeks now, and as long as everything goes right, I should not have to miss again unless Xfinity does not get me internet.
Yeah, your new apartment your new house doesn't have internet, right?
Yeah, so fun story. Well, the house itself, I think, was built in 1900, so it's been around for a while. I don't know when Xfinity finally ran their cables, but nobody has had internet in that house.
Or cable.
Or cable, for that matter. And we're here in 2021. But thankfully, when I spoke to them, they said there's a junction box nearby, and it's only going to be the $100 to have their tech put the hole in the wall, basically.
That's not bad.
No. Yeah,
I mean,
that's what we
especially
figured,
if they're paying
gigabit,
for all the yeah, gigabit on cable sucks. But yeah, if they're running all the cable length too, because that could be like 100 feet of cable or so.
Yep.
That if they bury it and stuff too, that, I mean, $100 winds up being a pretty good deal there.
Yeah, I think we talked to like 4 different reps because we wanted to like make very, very sure we were getting told the right thing. And yeah, I guess my assumption is they just wanted to get service to that house for the future because they're getting a paying customer. So they were going to handle the burial and all that, and we just have to pay for the guy to come into the house and put the little wall plate in.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. I don't have a topic.
Okay, how long have we been recording, though?
I don't know. There's a lot of DS nonsense I want to kind of delete from this episode. So, and we're at like 38 minutes on the recording thing. So, That's too short.
Well, I guess it's time to go. Did we hit any top? How much have we talked in the group chat since last week?
I don't know. I don't want to talk about the origin effects thing. Because if you want to hear about that, go listen to 60 Cycle Hum did actually a really good summary of it. Go check them out.
Crazy kids.
Oh, I got an important question for you, Chris.
All right.
Are you all caught up on the Fast and the Furious franchise for Fast 9 this weekend?
Ooh, I think the last one I saw was Fast 5.
Ooh, it all goes downhill from there. Fast 5's the pinnacle. That will be my controversial statement for for this week. Is Fast 5 is the best one.
So what you're saying is I should not go see the new. Is this in order? Okay.
They just start getting more ridiculous and dumb. And Fast 5 is kind of the end of like, ooh, cars are fun. You know?
Yeah, now we're getting into like, now you have to follow a story.
Now it becomes more like action hero spy crap.
Yeah, okay, so maybe I've seen Furious 7.
It's a pretty good one.
Okay, yeah, so I might be up to 7 then. What is Tom Holland in Fast and Furious 10? Is that what I'm seeing?
Tom Holland? John Cena is in this one.
Oh, Lord. Just getting all the old wrestlers into
He plays
this.
Vin Diesel's long lost brother.
I can see it.
You can see it?
I can see it. It's just enough of a stretch.
But it's John Cena. You can't see him.
That's true. He'll sneak up on you. He'll be sitting next to you in the theater. Reading his lines live.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think I kind of gave up on it after that because, yeah, it was getting a little too, I don't know, like cookie cutter. Can we say that?
Oh, they start becoming more by the numbers. Yeah. They got stuff in them.
I don't remember what podcast I was listening to. I don't think it was anybody of our friend group, but yeah, they talked about how Fast and Furious just kind of went with like they found the formula that worked for a couple, so that might have been maybe Fast and Furious 6 maybe, and they just kind of like stuck with that and just went with it, and it's been basically the same movie each time. Just
6 through 8 have all been kind of the same kind of movie. Yeah. They become government spies or special agents and go all over the place.
Yeah, I think that's where I kind of dropped off interest because it was like it got away from. It was like Tokyo Drift. That one was a good one to me. I don't know if that's
most people's
popular
most
opinion.
hated one.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it's so the big thing about them is they're huge international movies. Like they don't have to sell a ticket in the United States anymore, and those movies will still keep being made because they do so well overseas for some reason. Well, partly because they're international movies. Like they actually do a good job of like including other countries, and I think that's kind of what they found in Fast 5, particularly was when they really started like honing in on that. This whole like international globe-trotting stuff, and that's
I think
they just keep getting better. They keep doing better in the theaters as a result. Because at first they were trying to be car movies and failing.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Also like the running joke is like all the car stuff in them, like half of it's fake and doesn't work. So it's just yeah.
Yeah, I clicked on the Fast and Furious Fast 5 IMDb page, and it pulled up the like trailer with the land train of tanker trucks.
Oh, that's Fast and Furious. Yes.
Yeah.
Fast Five's where they haul a bank safe through downtown Rio.
Oh yeah,
Which is like one of my favorite scenes in all of movies. That's still like one of my favorite scenes.
Didn't they do that one like practical, if I remember that right, or mostly?
Sort of. Like they had a car with a box around it for a lot of
That's what it was. Yeah.
So like they were actually hauling something.
Yeah. Yes, I think I remember. I don't remember if it was Corridor Digital, if it was something else, but they were talking about it and how they had to like at one point actually make the were they Chargers they were pulling it with?
Yeah.
They had to like make them to where they could actually like tow that much weight.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm negotiating with my friend of what are we seeing, the 530 or the 7, and what seats do we want to get for Friday. Oh, all right, that's my topic. I just watched.
It was a good topic.
I watched Fate of the Furious, I think, yesterday in prep.
Are they streaming anywhere to where I can catch up on them, or do I have to buy them?
So they were like all on HBO Go for a little while there, and now they're like all off because I think they're betting money on people wanting to like stream them. It's like the original Fast and the Furious is on there, and I want to say Tokyo Drift is on HBO Go still.
Got you. Well, all right.
That, or we can go in depth about this other podcast. I started listening to Hidden Brain. I don't think that fits with the show.
So you can do that, or you can catch me up on Robin Hood Snacks, because I haven't listened to it in 2 weeks.
I don't know what that is. What's this? What is this? Tell me more.
Robin Hood has a podcast that's only like 15 to 20 minutes long, and they kind of give you the day's like top topics in the investment world.
Oh, Robin Hood, like that. I got ya.
Yeah, that Robin Hood. Yes.
You still trust Robin Hood after the whole GameStop fiasco?
For the most part.
I should have sold
I think their whole official thing on that is like the podcast is like only affiliated with Robin Hood. It doesn't like actually have, it's independent of it to a degree.
Yeah.
So
speaking of which, GameStop is just dropping.
Yeah, but my AMC is up from where I bought it, so is my Doge.
I already sold my AMC. Bought in at 12, sold at 63. I'm pretty happy.
Yeah. I only have 2 stocks in it, and I'm just going to hold them and get my free popcorn every time I go. It's a perk.
All right, that's all I got. Let's wrap this up.
So thanks for joining us this week. You can follow us everywhere at thefxloop.com. You'll find all of our links for the Facebook words. Wow. The Facebook group, the Instagram, book. The Face Group book, the Gram of Insta, the Tube of You, and you can mail us via the internet because we do not have a PO box because I don't know why. We probably should.
This PO box is
you can also, yeah, I never went and picked up my last like 2 months of mail from my last PO box I had. So hope there wasn't anything important. But you can also join the Patreon because that is important-er. But anyway, so I've been Chris.
I've been Scott.
And Diaz was here and is gone. So thank you guys for joining us. Bye.
Bye.
strong. We have to just keep pushing. dictionary. Why is negativity always drawn out? Picture every visualized love. Energized lies together. We undefeated. A plan to make where there's no gloves needed. When we weed into the mindset of achieving and believing in a community that remains happy. Ever after, the world should be one. Hate annihilated. Every heart is one. Love again. So
We're recording.
I don't think you understand how racism works, Scott. There's our episode title.
I was gonna say, I worked quite well. Thank you very much.
Listen, I'm like into the thick of it.
What are you eating? Stop.
Yeah, that was a TikTok reference. We're getting hip, guys. Was it the Backyardigans? I don't know. I guess we'll start the show. You ever
Free up some bandwidth.
That's what I call it whenever I unbuckle my pants whenever I'm at a buffet, freeing up some bandwidth. I'm too tired.
You're too stoned.
No, I'm really just tired. Everything's fine.
There hasn't been any marijuanas right now.
That is a
That's
lie.
a lie.
That is 100% a lie. I'm off work tomorrow. I've gone to level 7, guys.
Is it legal where you're at yet?
No.
No.
How's Chris gonna manage?
I haven't actually done it since.
Okay, what are you talking about? How's Chris gonna manage? I'm a way bigger stoner than Chris.
Yeah, but that never stopped you. It did stop Chris. Chris never smoked weed until he moved to Denver.
Oh yeah. Well,
I still haven't smoked weed, so we got that going for me. But
We'll change that.
smoking weed's like getting with a black guy. You know, you never go back.
is that why? Never mind. Too soon.
Is that why Dante's over tonight? Yes, back off, okay? That's why Jess and I split.
Yeah.
I went to one black guy, never went back.
So glad I hit record a little bit ago.
Lord.
Current topic today being people who don't put the truss rod cover back on their guitars are heathens.
Ooh,
That's a truss rod cover.
what?
No, I don't think a single one of mine have a.
Les
You
Paul
gotta have the
Juniors
truss rod
one.
cover. Yeah.
No, my. I have mostly Fenders. Like none of mine have.
Yeah, well,
Now.
Sorry, I blocked your cat tree.
what type of fucking cat jungle do you have going on at your house? There's a cat tree. There's a cat shower.
There was a cat fountain earlier.
Yeah, there's a Trojan cat. It's literally a giant cat with other cats that get inside it and roll across the house to try to sneak out.
No, that's just Fiona. That's the fat one.
It's two cats standing up in a trench coat, walking out all nonchalant. Like, all right, Chris, we're gonna go check the mail, and they never come back.
It's like, wait a minute. There's not 3 people in this house.
I'm gonna go get Pop-Tarts and some smokes. I'll be right back. Okay, Dad.
Oh Lord.
That was 17 years ago. Welcome to the effects loop. I'm Diaz.
I'm Chris.
I'm Scott.
We're keeping you in the loop with the guitar community.